Welcome to Loudermilk Live, where luxury connects, creativity leads, and purpose is not an accessory. It's a foundation. I'm Linda Loudermilk, founder of Loudermilk Brands, and today we take a deep dive into what, where, when, and how luxury is what it is and who it can serve.
Hi, everyone. I'm Riley Griffin, Executive Brand Strategist here at Loudermilk Brands. My job is to keep the vision sharp, the storytelling intentional, and the creativity flowing. I get to work side by side with Linda Loudermilk and our team to shape the future of our brands, from the ideas on the table to the way they show up in the world. I'm excited you're here with us.
Me too.
And for our first segment, we're going to go into the designer's table, where we talk about what's inspiring us this week. So Linda, what's inspiring you this week?
Okay, well, what is inspiring me this week is this table made out of water.
It all comes back to water, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I know. I gotta have flow in my life. It's gotta be in one ear and out the other, doing this and flowing into the next and then doing 1,000 things because that's the way I work. But this table right here is amazing. It's resin, I assume. You know, a long time ago, I saw a bed made out of this and, you know, combined with wood. I think a lot of people have seen that one. But this is entirely resin and it just looks like water coming out of the ground. It's absolutely amazing. It makes me think of Antarctica.
Yes, it looked like a glacier to me.
Right?
Yes.
I know. Can you imagine having breakfast on that? You know?
Start your day off right.
Every morning, just, man, it makes me want to jump in the pool.
Yes, absolutely.
And the background makes me just clear my mind. Total horizontal lines. Clear the line. The next one is all about Christmas. I don't decorate with red, but maybe I would if I had the space to do this. And it's about the ceiling and the sky and the floating and infinity, blood red. I mean, that adds a lot of edge to this picture. I think it's so edgy and so beautiful at the same time.
And those lights look similar to something you already have in your house, but except they're red here.
Yeah, I know, which I don't do, but I love this.
Wonderful.
What about, what's inspiring you today?
Well, I submitted 2 different photos as well for what I was inspired by this week. The first is I've been catching up on all the horror movies that I've been wanting to watch, especially since spooky season.
Yeah.
So I watched Frankenstein this week. And what really inspired me was Mia Goth's character as a whole, honestly, but especially in this scene where she has the sheer gown on with holding the candelabra with the super long cascading hair. If I could dress like one thing every single day, it would be that exact outfit.
She's so relatable. And I love how you can see her body through the gown.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's just a piece of art.
Yes, absolutely. And so that is what I would aspire to be. If I could be anything when I grow up, it is Mia Goth in this exact scene. I'm obsessed with her. But moving on to the Free People ad we have here. This came up on my Instagram. They know I love Free People and that is my favorite brand.
You are the free
and
person.
So they knew that that ad was very targeted. And that's just my fall inspo as a whole. I just loved the way that they layered not only texture, but color as well.
Yeah, and look at what you're wearing. These are vintage Chanel tights. Can you believe it? I had to feel them.
Yes.
And they feel fabulous, and you can actually feel the design. It's not printed.
Yes, I am obsessed. They're amazing tights. They've got the Chanel logo on them. It's the only piece of Chanel I own currently, but I got a great deal, so that's how I justified it.
Into the fabric, which is really hard to do. You have to have a specialized machine to do that.
Absolutely. And so I just loved layering with the tights, socks on top. I love how she had the blazer in her hand and the little ruffle shorts, but it was a different take on the ruffle shorts because I know that's been a trend. These ruffles were a little more spaced out, so I really loved them.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going for all of fall. I want to make sure I am layered on top of layers.
Shorts for fall.
Yes, I love that. Mini skirts and shorts for fall. As long as you've got a nice fleece line tight, it's no problem at all.
I'll do it. Let's do it tomorrow. Okay?
Perfect.
Shorts.
It's a plan.
It's shorts day. Everybody wear shorts tomorrow.
Absolutely. And the weather's still in the middle enough for Atlanta where we can wear plain tights.
Make it up. Do your own thing.
Absolutely.
Shorts over pants. Remember that trend? Shorts over sweatpants?
I was not privy to the shorts over sweatpants.
Oh, yeah.
But I
cool.
love a dress or skirt over jeans. That's one of my go-tos. I never left the 2000s mentally. I mean, those Disney Channel stars that were on the carpets with all the different layers and skirts over jeans, they just stuck with me and I never gave it up.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll do that the next day.
Perfect.
Okay, so
a
it's
whole
every
themed
day.
week next week. Layer as many things as humanly possible. I love it. Yeah, so those are some of the things that are inspiring us this week. But I mean, inspiration is found everywhere. It's not just in the pictures that we see. I mean, I was inspired by this outfit today by some of the lookbooks I've seen of yours because you did the printed tights with the shorts and the skirts all over the place when you had your line.
Tights with shorts.
Yeah, and printed tights too are fun, bold colors. And so that was kind of what I was inspired by today with this outfit.
so
and I'm wearing a Linda Loudermilk original skirt. So
That's made out of sasawashi.
Ooh, sasawashi.
Yes, it's in the bamboo family, and it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, and it keeps you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It is a spectacular fabric.
That sounds revolutionary.
It is. It's crazy. I had someone wear a coat made out of this exact fabric at the Sundance Film Festival.
No way.
Snow on the ground. It was my PR agent, and she swears that it kept her warm, and that's like a linen. That's thin.
Right.
I can't make that up.
I might need one of those. I know Rhino has a coat like that, and he showed it to me, and it's just so tailored and so perfect. And
Yes, his is different. His sasawashi is mixed with wool.
very cool.
This is linen and sasawashi.
I love that. Yes, because I believe sasawashi is a more delicate thread, and so you do need to bind it with something else to make a textile that'll be a forever piece.
Yeah, and as we develop the fabric more, we'll have more capability with it.
Because I believe sasawashi is derived from washi, which is a type of paper.
It is.
Yes.
It is. Well, trees are paper. Tencel is paper. Lyocell.
Interesting.
Well, it's made from trees. So it's the same molecular makeup. It's cellular.
I love when fashion and science intersect. That is my favorite.
I know.
We talk about fabrics a lot around here. It's so important what you put on your body.
Yeah, the feeling. Feel it.
Absolutely. I kind of feel bad that I'm wearing tights now. I wish it was directly on my skin.
Well, you've been more. She got hot today, so maybe it kept you very warm.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Without the fireplaces as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
So, what are we going to do next?
I think we have a little sponsor moment to discuss who's sponsoring this show today.
All right.
Absolutely.
Fawcett is sponsoring the show today. And Fawcett is a luxury jewelry company with purpose. It started with the necklace, the Fawcett necklace, that is sold to clean up waterways and build wells. And it branched to beaded, hand-strung jewelry. And every piece gives back. This is something that is very dear to my heart. One of our brands that have come in and sponsored this segment today. So,
yes, and I just love that the jewelry is just so authentic, and it's getting to see you put it together has just been such a privilege, and it's just amazing to see what comes out of your mind. And
it's all about water, right?
exactly. And pieces that you can feel good about wearing because you know that every single purchase is funding water.org and their ability to not only clean up waterways, like you said, and make sure that there's sanitary water, but building those wells and making sure every person has access to clean water.
Yes. I believe if you're not wearing something that's a conversation piece that you believe in, then go back and change.
Absolutely. Yes.
Go into your closet, change one thing that has a story that you bought intentionally.
Yes.
Because it is authentically you.
Yes.
And that's what we hope to do with Fawcett, is create pieces that can be authentically you.
And on to the next topic.
Yes.
The conversation that we're having today is why authenticity is the new luxury.
Oh.
So what does that statement mean for you?
Well, luxury is something that is developed over time. Like Gucci is a luxury brand. That brand has old roots because the craftsmanship is beautiful and deep. It's a deep brand. So authenticity is about being okay with who you are, being real, and sitting into who you are. There's an elegance in that. There is a presence in that. Owning your presence is a luxurious person, right? If you see somebody across the street and you're like, I'd love to meet that person, or how that person is so elegant, it's not just because of what they're wearing. It's because they are being authentically them and they walk with pride because of it. Now, we don't consciously think that. We just think they look great. That person's cool, right? Well, it's the authenticity to me that creates this aura, dare I say, of luxury. And to me, it is a luxury to have that because many times it's created through hard lessons, lessons that we had to have trial and error. Even in our dress, trial and error. So many times I walk out the door and, an hour later I look at, see myself in the reflection and I'm like, what was I thinking?
I think all fashion girlies have been there for sure.
Right.
Yes.
No, and I do not feel luxurious. I do not feel elegant. And that to me is why, authenticity is luxury, and that vulnerability.
Absolutely, yes.
Vulnerability is not reserved for times that you're in the presence of people that you trust. Vulnerability is something that you show every day.
Yes.
So that everyone will trust you.
And vulnerability doesn't discriminate. It affects everybody.
Yeah.
No matter where you came from, what you're wearing, what you're doing, everybody feels vulnerable.
Yeah. I always say I trip out on being vulnerable. I don't drink, or do drugs. I trip out on things like vulnerability, doing things in life that challenge me, that make me scared and give me that my first business was the bungee jumping business.
Interesting.
Yes.
I learn something new about you every show.
That's a whole story. Our logo, our T-shirts said "Shut up and jump." Shut up and jump. Because so many times people are like, I can't do it. We're like, you can do it. And we really just wanted to go, give them a little push. But it's empowering. Vulnerability is empowering because when you dive down and you bounce back up and you're like, yelling and screaming and laughing and crying and, and then you hit the ground and you're like, let's do it again. Let's go.
Yes.
Yes. That that to me is a luxury moment.
It's almost like everything you want is on the other side of vulnerability. You have to put yourself out there to get what you want.
So well spoken. Yes. Risk. Right? Developing a luxury company was and still is a big risk, and in the business world, and creating the vulnerability within an authentic product. People can read that. They see the message, the authentic message in your garments. But then doing an authentic garment that is an art garment in a luxury manner just skyrockets the product.
Yes.
And what people can read. People say they see my things on the rack and they can tell it's mine.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
So weird. It's because it's authentic. It came from my heart.
Yes.
People used to ask me when I was designing a lot and getting a lot of interviews, what inspires you? And I didn't understand the question because it comes from my inside. It doesn't come from my outside.
Right.
And it comes from what I see society is going to be because we design a year and a half in advance, right? So it's about telling the future. But I have to do that in an authentic way. It's not about trend. Trend is about what people have done in the past. You know, true couture design, haute couture design, or couture design is really about reading society in their most vulnerable and authentic moments.
Yes.
Because then they'll feel good, you know. They will feel proud to be them when they put it on. It's about self-expression, right? So clothing is self-expression, authentic self-expression. And to do that in a luxury manner, few people have done. And that's what separates the men from the boys, so to speak. You know, the powerful from the designers that are hardworking designers, but they don't gain that fame because you can't read the authenticity in their design.
Because it's so vulnerable to be authentic, especially when you're a big fashion house that has a lot of eyes on you already. Mm-hmm. That's a very scary thing to push and strive for because that's your baby. When you're a designer, it's your art, it's your passion, it's everything. Yes. And being authentic and vulnerable with that is very difficult, but it is what sets those brands apart. I feel like a good brand example is Vivienne Westwood. Mm-hmm. For a long time, you know, she was the punk designer, always did things against the grain, was always 100% authentic to herself, no matter what anyone was saying. She said, this is what I'm pushing. And people maybe didn't catch on with it initially, but now, I mean, when you think about Vivienne Westwood, you think about breaking barriers and being rock and roll and just completely genuinely yourself.
Yes. And as an artist, you know, the courage it takes to be an artist.
Yes.
She's a true artist.
Yes. Yeah. And I can never tell when you're wearing Linda Loudermilk pieces or when you're wearing a different designer because everything is so authentically you. Not only your designs, but also everything that you wear, because I feel like you're very confident in who you are and what you're doing. And so all of your clothes give off that vibe and give off your, you know, kind of your soul because you want to be dressed authentically. And I love that. I'm always like, is this you or is this somebody else?
It has to, when I see something, it has to hit something inside of me. No, or I won't vote with my dollar for it because I have to believe in it. We were talking the other day about getting behind things we believe in, doing what we can, you know, to vote, you know, in different ways in our life. We talk and we'll talk a lot more about that on this show. You know, how do we vote with our choices?
Yes.
You know, and it takes a vulnerability to do that. It takes certainly the most authentic self. How do you find that authentic self? A lot of people come to me and just say, I don't know what I'm doing in life right now. I have a process that I take them through to find that out. And after we find that out, then they can choose authentically. And when you choose authentically, you don't get rid of those clothes. They don't end up in the landfill.
Right.
You know, and everything that you choose can go together. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get dressed 5 minutes before I walk out the door because I like to challenge myself to put things together. But since they're all chosen from my heart, they kind of magically all go together.
A capsule wardrobe, if you will.
Yeah. The finding that authentic self is a life journey, as we kind of started the segment, right? Is developed over time.
Yes.
And when we're younger, if we are lucky, like yourself, we have a grasp of that. But some people don't,
right?
You know, for whatever reason.
And I feel like 3 to 5 years ago, my style was completely different, you know, because I was dressing for what I wanted other people to think about me. And it took just putting myself out there and finally saying, I want to wear what I want to wear.
Yeah.
And trial and error, a lot of that before I found what made me feel good. And now I feel like I have an entire closet full of things that are me. And my favorite story is I was walking around the mall one day and my friend texted me and she goes, are you at the mall right now? And I said, yes. Why? And she said, because no one else would ever wear that to the mall. And it was just about being, you know, it doesn't matter where I'm going. I want to feel good. I want to feel happy and I want to feel like me.
Absolutely.
And so now people know exactly who I am when I'm walking around there. Oh, there's Riley.
Wear it to the grocery store. I always say, you know, like even the faucet necklace you have on, wear it to the grocery store.
I
Put
love
it on
this
with a
necklace.
sweatshirt.
Yes, this is my favorite necklace of all time.
Really?
And absolutely,
Do you like the amethyst or do you like the topaz?
I'm an amethyst girly.
You are. You were talking about amethyst people.
Yeah,
You're
purple
talking
people.
about yourself.
Yes.
Purple people. That's what you're saying.
yes. But in this context, absolutely, amethyst people. We're talking about how purple people are very passionate about purple.
Yes. And they'll tell you all about it, right?
You. Yes. And what's crazy is when we were introducing this topic, you know, your mind went one way and mine went a completely different way about why authenticity is the new luxury.
Tell me.
And for me, it was just about how there are no trends anymore, how everything is happening so fast that you really can't be authentic on trend because there are no trends anymore. Everything's happening simultaneously with this digital age. And so it makes authenticity the only, you know, thing that you can really do to be yourself and be on a trend, but the trend is you and it stays with you forever. And also how hard it is to find luxury brands that are genuinely still luxury because so many things have in a way to keep up with demand, they have sacrificed the luxury part of the brand so that they can be fast fashion and pump out all these things for the demand.
I mean, the competition is tough.
Yes.
You know, I just take it from me, you know.
Yes.
A company has to invest money to do things differently.
Yes. And it's so easy to be drawn to the quick dollar.
Yeah.
But at that same time, you're kind of sacrificing your soul because your heart and soul of the brand is luxury. And so you need to make sure that you're putting that at the forefront of giving that customer the luxury experience because we don't want to participate in fast fashion. Right. We want everything to be slowly made, intentional.
Investing in self.
Yes.
Right? And that goes with your corporation. You know, if you're starting a company, you're investing in self.
And the people that you want to purchase your items will find you because they care about the same things that you care about. Even if it's not happening initially, don't sell yourself short to sell to the wrong person that isn't looking for what you're selling.
That's a hard thing to do. Yeah,
absolutely. You've got to find your people that want to invest in a slow fashion company that does everything intentionally. And you'll find your people and your consumer, but making sure that you stay authentic to why you even got into this in the first place.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we think about that all the time. It would be so easy to find packaging, you know, that's plastic, dyed, all the things. Right. But we've taken months to make sure that our packaging is made with algae dye that isn't harmful to the environment. Yeah. And all of these things that we talk about every single day. Yeah. To ensure that we are staying true to our core values and making sure we're not doing any more damage to the environment. Even with our shipping, you know, we want to make sure every single thing is as least impactful on the environment as humanly possible. Right. And sure, we can't put out the thing we want exactly the next day, but we're going to make sure it's done right and intentionally and authentically.
And that's the thing is, if you can't find exactly what you want, just do the next right thing. Right. You know, it reminds me of when I was, you know, running the business in Los Angeles. And people go, God, you know, Los Angeles is so tinsel town and fake and cutthroat, and the fashion business is so cutthroat. And I'm like, it's not unless you make it. Right. If you buy into that. If I am telling the truth and doing the truthful, authentic thing to me, then what everybody else is doing doesn't matter.
It's about creating your own reality.
They can cut throat all they want. Yes. You know, I let them cut my throat, right? It's like, you're not going to do anything to me that I don't let you do.
Absolutely.
You know? So in that way, it doesn't bother me. I watch them have fun.
Yes. It's kind of like when you see those people that don't really have their feet on the ground, and you're like, oh, they're so aloof, but they're getting to live in their own reality.
Yeah.
And that makes them happy. Whatever it is, like, create your reality for yourself. If you don't want to participate in the cutthroat, don't, but still make fashion work for you.
And what a luxury.
Yes.
I feel grateful that I went through enough hard times that I found my own luxury. So find your own luxury.
I love that. It doesn't have to be expensive, but peaceful and authentic,
Absolutely.
or whatever it looks like for you.
Like those tights.
Yes, I have the luxury experience, but I only had to pay $50.
Yeah, right?
There's a way to make it work for everybody.
We are bargain hunters.
Absolutely.
We reuse, recycle, and search.
Yes. And living in Atlanta is the absolute best for that.
Yeah,
We are so blessed with all the things that we have at our fingertips.
it's true. It's true. So are we on to the fun segment?
I would love to be on to the fun segment. So the fun segment for this week is going to be this or that. And Rhino is going to throw some common things up on the screen.
Hey, Rhino.
And we're just going to rapid fire go through. But if we want to explain a little bit behind our reasoning, we can absolutely go into that.
Now, do you want to explain while we're doing it or afterwards?
Probably while.
While?
I have a short-term memory.
Okay. Good point.
I won't be able to remember.
Good point.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Hit me.
Yeah, you first.
Okay.
Drum roll.
Gold or silver? I'm personally a gold girly. I feel like you are the same way.
I am.
I started off a silver girly, but as I've aged, I feel like my taste has changed, and gold is just, I mean, you can put a price on gold, but
As we did today.
it's a turn doing costing for the ever-changing price of gold.
Yes.
But even after that, it's timeless.
Yes. And it's an investment. You know,
Yes.
it's a luxury to invest in yourself.
Yes. So is it the same for you?
And you look great doing it. So what can you invest in that also feeds your ego? Gold, jewelry.
Whoever said diamonds was a girl best friend, no, it's gold.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
All right, what's next? Okay, you can take this one.
Oh, yeah?
first. Yes.
Okay. Texture or color? Wow. Color. I mean, I would love to say texture because I'm so into fabrics. But color is, I guess, I don't know. Color is the first emotion. And then there's a lot of emotions when you see a fabric, right? That come up that we don't even know, you know? At first it's color, you know?
Yes.
Wow, look at the ombre in this. And I love red and blue together, right? Not necessarily separately, but I love them together, and I love how it's ombre. And so the first thing I noticed was all the color. And then I was like, oh, and what did I do? I was like, oh, and I felt the texture of it.
It's like texture's a layer on top of color. Like color's what you notice first, and then texture takes you through the rest of the story.
And texture gives you more information,
Yes.
right? The weave, how thick it is. It's going to keep you warm or cold. Color is the first zap or pow.
Yeah, so I'm in complete agreement. For me, it was a difficult choice as well, but
Yeah.
starting with color and then texture is definitely a close second.
Yeah, yeah. Because you get the biggest
Bang for your buck.
Like, yeah,
Yes.
your vulnerability buck. It's like, color, yes, you know, or black.
Right?
Yeah. But, you know, when you wear black, wear different textures of black, and then you'll look more elegant. Little tip.
A little tip. Ooh, this is a hard one for me as well. But I think just right off the bat, my mind goes silk. Just
Okay,
because silk is such
linen or silk, right?
linen and silk, yes. Silk definitely for just the overall decision because silk is just so luxurious. But I think for practicality, I would then go linen because it's just easier to wash. But it's hard to beat silk.
I know. For me, it's at this very moment, and it changes per day. At this very moment, it's linen. I just think it's very luxurious these days. It's expensive.
Yes.
You know? And it is the ultimate of natural. And maybe it's because I have that information,
Yes.
you know, but it doesn't take a lot of processing to make. And therefore, it is, if you don't have the choice of getting organic, you can choose linen and feel like it has less chemicals in it, you know, may or may not, but likely not. You know, likely the cleaner fabric, and it wears with time. You know, I love things that wear well with time.
Yes.
That you can keep, and, you know, 10 years down the road, you pick it up and you're like, oh man, you know.
And it feels lived in.
Yeah, I use the
comfortable.
hell out of this. And
Yes.
let's go. Do it again.
Minimalism or maximalism? We are very different in this category.
Go.
But I am a maximalist through and through. I will layer a million different things on me, a million different colors. My house, there's not a spare space of wall. Every single thing is covered. I am maximalism times 1,000. That is everything to me.
So why do you think that is?
I just feel like I'm such an expressive, emotional person, and I can't get it done with minimalism. That's just never been me. I've always been an over-the-top, out there, creative, can't narrow down to one thing. I want everything. I want to do everything. And it's so hard when you find such good things in thrift stores and everything. I just can't narrow it down. I have such amazing options, and I want to make sure I'm wearing everything and displaying everything.
Yeah.
I just can't limit myself.
I get it. I get it. So do you think a 6-foot colorful ostrich is minimal or maximal? Because that's what I've got in the dining room.
I would definitely call it
Freestanding.
maximalism. You have a very interesting combination of both, because all your walls are white, but they are displayed with so many amazing art pieces.
I mean, you know, it makes me hyperventilate because I love minimalism because it shows each object, and I want that object to be able to have the freedom to speak its fullest voice.
Yes.
Right? And if there's other things around it competing for that voice, I feel like we won't see like the grain in the wood, or we won't see the aging of time, you know, on that piece.
That's such a good point.
It's the philosophy of a museum.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of when you said that.
Give it the room it deserves
Yes.
because of the object. And, you know, I do that because I choose my objects intentionally.
Yes.
And I choose my objects to express things that are inside of me.
Every single time I've asked you about something in your house, it always has a story.
Yeah.
And it's always so interesting.
Well, it's great. You know, when I was in LA, I didn't have time to really build out a house. And when I moved to Atlanta, I decided to display all the little things that I collected along the way. And it's been so much fun.
I love that. What's next, Rhino?
Do we have another one?
Oh,
Oh,
a new segment.
you can.
All right, so this is our new weekly segment. We're going to be doing sustainable swaps, as we are a sustainable company. And so we want to make that as accessible as possible to anyone trying to get into the sustainable space. So every week we're going to discuss one sustainable swap for each of us that has made our lives either easier or better or whatever it may be for that week.
Yeah.
So what is your sustainable swap of the week?
Okay. My sustainable swap is cardboard. Now, I will admit I get Amazon packages.
How dare you?
I know. I am going to get knifed for that. No, it is life these days, and having a really busy life and limited energy, you know. But what we decided to do is we invested in an industrial cardboard chewer. What's that called? Shredder?
Yes.
This is more than a shredder. This it has got these teeth, and it goes just the whole cardboard, and I love shoving things down it, you know? It's
Yes.
like I get a box, the first thing I think is I can't wait to shred it. And what we do with the shredding is we fill a hole in the backyard. Now it's a big hole. And, you know, instead of, you know, spending resources, gas, all of that to get earth pumped in there. And, we have decided to fill it ourselves with cardboard. And we throw in some worms and, some food. You got to throw in a little bit of that so that it'll biodegrade.
It turns to dirt in a week.
It turns to dirt in a week. A week? Not a week.
I'm telling you, a good rain, and it's turning to dirt.
Really?
It's incredible because that thing chews it up so good.
A little helper in our ear.
Yeah.
So we can't hear the other side of the conversation.
Oh, yes. I can't tell when you're talking on live
I'm
or if you're
live.
talking to me.
So yes, Rhino informed us that after a good rain, it will compost in a week and turn into dirt, which is fascinating.
Yes.
I love that.
Especially after a good rain.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. So you don't have to feel guilty about receiving packages or anything. You just get
Fill
to
your
turn it into
holes.
dirt. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, plus you can use it for a lot of things, packing gifts. When we do giveaways or the kids have these parties and they like to give little, parting gifts, right? And so we'll put the cardboard because it's fun. It looks like confetti, right?
Oh,
so
that's
we'll put
awesome.
it in there with the gifts so they have to kind of dig through it.
And it doesn't have to be that plastic, like cellophane-y stuff that always comes in those.
Yeah. Or even the tissue paper that's dyed and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, multi-use. I love
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect.
I'll put it on top of plants to kind of like mulch,
Yeah.
You can use it as mulch. You can use it to keep the weeds down because that kind of suffocates the weeds.
Wow. Instead of having to put all that plastic down.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, my sustainable swap this week is, do you ever know what to do with the towels that you use for your body, after the shower, but they might get a little flat or dingy or what so have you just from use.
Yeah.
And you
Or
don't want to
slightly-
donate.
They get a kind of a smell
Yes.
that's subtle, but
yes.
kind of like, I don't know.
And you don't necessarily want to donate those items because you don't want to give someone a dingy towel.
I know,
And you
right?
don't want to send it to the landfill either. So what I do is I take a circle. I have a pre-cut out circle that is the same size as a cotton pad. And I cut that towel into 50, 60 different cotton pads. And then I have a reusable makeup remover or whatever, for when I'm taking my makeup off or if I'm cleansing, toning, whatever it may be. I have a bunch of reusable little cotton pads. And so I have a separate hamper that I put all the little circles into, and then you just throw them in the wash and they're as good as new. And they have the nice exfoliating texture on them
was
because
just
it's a
gonna
body
say.
towel.
Yes.
Yes. And I love that. And
Especially a used towel because like the
it's broken in.
and the filler fluff that was in there has gone.
Yes.
And now you're down to just the weave and the texture of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And it's
smart
not just
girl.
those types of towels. If my face towels are dingy, stained from makeup, what so have you, I turn those into cleaning towels. So instead of using paper towels or anything like that, I have a reusable towel that's already had a full life, and then it's going to have a full life as a cleaning towel.
Absolutely.
And I just throw those in the wash, bleach them if I have to, but then I keep them in my laundry room, just folded up. And if anytime I feel like I need a paper towel, I just run and grab that.
We do that too. And it's when if I buy paper towels, they're bamboo. And we buy them only when we need them, for something particular.
It's really like pet messes,
Yeah.
those types of things.
Yeah. We use the rags for pet messes. I've actually had rolls of fabric that weren't sustainable or they didn't turn out, they stretched too much or anything, and I'll cut up that whole roll of fabric.
And make it a pet towel?
Yeah,
love that.
We'll make it a rag. Make it something to clean up urine.
That is perfect. So now we have a closing reflection.
Oh, are we reflecting now? I reflect.
So today we spoke about
Yeah.
why authenticity is the new luxury.
Oh, okay.
We played
that's
a
what we're
fun game.
Uh-huh.
We also talked about sustainable swaps and what's inspiring us this week. And I just love that we are able to have a place to discuss sustainable swaps and inspirations and all of these meaningful discussions.
Yes.
And I especially love talking to you. And I just feel like we have such a good, you know, we're on the same page about a lot of things, but we're also knowledgeable in different ways.
Yes.
That when we come together, it's always like an amazing
True.
conversation.
I'm so glad we found each other.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been really a gift.
And we found each other through a mutual love of getting sustainable fashion.
Yes.
We met in a sustainable fashion store in Atlanta called Labels RB. It's actually where I got everything on my body except for my Linda Loudermilk original. And it makes you feel so good about shopping luxury, even though shopping luxury, I mean, you pay one time for this amazing product that you're going to have for the rest of your life.
Yes.
But you get to feel even better because it's 75% off retail price.
Nothing like it. That feeling. It's like when you win.
Yes.
I found some Chanel platform shoes. I was just beyond.
Yes.
I wore them to Christmas and my whole family was like, what?
I know. I waited for this and I think I paid $55, $65 for a Missoni poncho.
Ugh.
I rode that. I think I'm still riding that high 2 years later.
Yeah, right?
Because every time I wear it, I'm like, I didn't pay $1,000 for that.
It's such an added high to luxury.
Yes.
Such an added high.
Yes. And so it's
As if having luxury wasn't high enough, right?
I think the only thing comparable to it is finding it in a thrift store. That's the only thing that's an even bigger high.
so true.
Because that is just once in a blue moon.
I feel sneaky when I do that. I'm like,
am I going to get in trouble?
I know, you didn't know this?
Right?
Well, I'm not telling you.
Like the Stuart Weitzman loafers I found for $9.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like I'm robbing y'all.
I know it. It's so true.
But yes, it is such a lovely time to get to have these conversations. And we thank
Yes.
all of you viewers for being here with us.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching, taking time out of your day to have these discussions with us. And next week, if you want to tune in, not only are we going to be doing sustainable swaps, but there may be a segment about our style evolutions. And you might see some things that are a little maybe embarrassing or funny because there may be a timeline of what our style has been through the monumentous times in our lives.
It's the reveal revolution.
So make sure to tune in next week. Again, thank you so much for being here with us. And we hope you have a great rest of your week.
Yes.
See you next time.
Bye.
Reason.